Have you ever said, I was so angry I couldn't think straight? Of course you have, and undoubtedly you were. And there's a reason for this. I believe it was Daniel Goleman who coined the phrase emotional hijacking in his book, Emotional Intelligence. Here's what happens to your brain when you get emotionally upset or emotionally hijacked. First, the amygdala, which is at the back of your brain, takes over from your rational control center, which is located in the cortex at the front part of your brain. Now, while this is good when you're in an unsafe or potentially unsafe situation, since the amygdala stimulates the fight or flight reactions, such as when you see a snake or unfamiliar dog starts running at you, you don't need the same reaction in most workplace situations. As you see on the slide, such stress causes people to fall prey to binary choice decision-making, which means the brain simply attempts to limit your choices to two options, fight or flight, one or two, A or B, this or that, black or white, whatever. Also, as I will share with you in a later video, the brain is also more reactionary under stress, which directly impacts your decision-making processes. But let's stick with emotional hijacking for now. You know why teenagers make such poor decisions? Because the amygdala develops earlier in life than the prefrontal cortex. Remember, the amygdala is at the back of the brain, the prefrontal cortex is at the front of your brain. In fact, the prefrontal cortex doesn't fully develop until our early 20s. Thus, teenagers tend to make emotional rather than rational decisions because their amygdalas are fully functional before their prefrontal cortexes. Well, I've got some bad news for you. The same thing happens to you when you get emotionally hijacked. In such situations, you are effectively making decisions with a teenage brain. And who wants to do that? Now, the way to prevent this is to pause and let the rational part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, regain control. And I'll give you some tips on how to do this in one of the later videos. In the meantime, the next video will look at the impact that stress has on your long-term brain health and also on the decisions that you make. So let's jump quickly to the next video.